wonder, what is it, that magical ingredient that makes that one person,
Well,
you know?
for me, is that I reached consciousness a little bit later on in my life about how I was affecting the people I said to love, and my kids, and also my life, you know. So tragically, it took me to have to go to prison to sit and have the time to think about my life and everything I was doing and how it was affecting other people and which direction it could have went or how many times I could have died. And you know, and I was at the age, I was in my late 20s when I was thinking about this. So that's why it amazes me to see a younger participant at the age 16 to be able to notice and to be conscious of what's going on around them and how it's affecting them, because it took me later on in my life
Right.
to understand that. And you know, if I never went to prison, I wouldn't have never had the time to think like this young fella's thinking. You know, I was just raveled up and I was in the streets and it was just fun and joy to me. You know, I wasn't ever thinking about the consequences of me or how my parents would have felt if I would have got killed doing everything, or you know how what I did, how some of the things affect other people's lives, or the drugs that I sold to people, how that affected the person I sold it to and their family and
Right.
their grandchildren, or how what I never thought about all of that. So
I have a question right now. Can I ask a question? Knowing that you have been practicing meditation, had you had some meditation skills and sat quietly, do you feel as though some of that would have percolated up sooner?
Yes, it would have came a lot if I would have known meditation or known how to even sit and think and to be in my body and my spirit and stuff. You know, if I would have had that tool, then it probably been a lot better. My life probably would have been a lot better. Like, especially like it seems like this young fella, you know, he had a piece of meditation for how conscious he is. So,
right.
Like I say, it just amazes me that he's at this age and he could think about how violence is affecting him and his family and his little brothers and stuff. Because it took me a lot longer.
Oh, interesting. Really interesting.
To think about that, you know. So,
yeah.
You know, if I really had the tools of meditation and being able to have that time to think and took the tools and really, you know, took the chance to use the tools, you know, I probably wouldn't have gone that far.
That was a good time. That was peace. That was
Wasn't
peace.
it? And I just feel like unless we have a vision, right? Because then, you know, the nervous system has the negativity bias. Our nervous system is designed to keep us alive. So because it's designed to keep us alive, anything that's a threat gets magnified and goes to the front of the brain. A compliment barely goes anywhere because it's not life threatening or not, right? So that's why CNN knows this. No, go ahead.
You don't give as much energy to a compliment as you give to a threat.
Yes, yes. So somebody could just talk to you with just like a slight tone in their voice, and your nervous system's going to be alerted. But someone gives you a compliment, it just blows right by, right? So the idea that if we don't magnify, we start showing people what peace looks like, if we don't start giving people a vision of what peace is, then we're just going to keep going to that threat. The nervous system's going to get everywhere triggered. So it's that idea that if you don't have a vision of where you're going, then that old phrase, the wind never blows in favor of a ship with no destination. So we've got to have like this really clear destination, and what would that look like? And kids feeling at least to have this resource to go within and tune their nervous system to calm themselves down so that they won't be thinking those frenetic thoughts that would make them go get a gun, you know? Because that's the part of the nervous system, right? When you calm the nervous system down, violence wouldn't really be an option, really. Because you'd be thinking that through. You'd be able to think all the way through to consequences as opposed to just in the moment, that impulsive part. So teaching kids about their nervous system, anything you could do on that. And I've taught kids in this room about their nervous system, and they just thought it was so empowering that, you know, I would show like where violence happens and how the brain works. And I just remember one kid, or no, it was downstairs. What donations could you use for the community? Really helpful?
Well, yeah, so I say for the community, you know, the most we do is, you know, we do a lot for the community.
You do a ton.
So,
anything that could be for the community.
Yeah, for whatever events we do,
right?
Any food we can give away
Food
that
is always
people
good.
might need. Yes. You know, I know, you know, like
like we try to take, you know, a lot of these kids that's stuck in these environments, these target areas. We try to take them out,
Take them out of the community.
out of
Oh,
the community,
right,
and
okay.
help them see
Okay.
what
Good to
they're
know.
not able to see being in the community, being stuck in the community. Because I know for me, you know, when I was involved in the streets, I never came outside of my
Right.
neighborhood, you know, because
Okay.
I was already, you know, I had beef with people there, you know, and I was just comfortable being in my neighborhood. So for years, I was just stuck in
Right.
that neighborhood, didn't have any idea what else was out there because I didn't really care.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so when I look at it, there's a lot of other kids that's doing that as well.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's people just stuck in their community, you know, and if you're able to, you know, break that barrier and be able to take them out, and they're just like, wow,
Right.
like me, you know,
Right.
I go out now, I haven't been able to, I've been able to see more things working with this job that
Right.
I've never experienced in my life because I was so stuck in the
Oh,
streets. So
interesting. Right.
when I take a participant, when we take participants out, I'm like, wow, yeah, that's my first time in the NFL arena too, guys.
Right.
I'm 35, about to be 35 this year. Take
Right.
notes, you know.
Right.
So you know that experience is real, and you know, and that helps a participant a lot. So, and on that note, you know, if whenever we're thinking, you know, every month we try to make these events possible for the participants. So, in that area, if somebody want to, you know, donate some, hey, we got this lodge out here in the woods. You
Yeah,
know,
that's what I'm wondering. Yeah,
you-
those
you
kind of things.
Take 50 participants out for the weekend, show them how to camp and fish.
Okay, good to
That's
know.
good for us. Hey, we got dirt bikes and stuff or snowmobiles. We had people, you know, volunteer their snowmobiles and stuff for us, and we take them out to the mountains that let us, you know,
Yeah,
the kids
yeah.
enjoy themselves on the snowmobile, stuff like